Take one here at the Breslin Center as they beat Michigan State 59-54, 19 from Malcolm Hill, 14 Kendrick Nunn, 12 from Nana Egwu. To lead the way for the Illini. Our final thoughts from head coach John Groce, brought to you by the folks at Beck's Hybrids. And Coach, that was another grinder. You thought it might be, and came down to one thing, free throw shooting. They missed a bunch of them, but certainly your kids hung in there after a slow start, got themselves back in the game, and just kind of fought their way to the finish.
Yeah, I thought we exhibited the toughness we've been looking for, Brian, there for 40 minutes. You get behind like we didn't get rattled in this environment, stayed very poised. We're able to come back, take the lead at the half. Obviously, game goes back and forth a little bit there in the second half. We finally get a two-possession lead. Then a couple plays there late in the game where we have to stay really poised and composed and have some mental toughness and an ability to get to that next play. I thought we did that. I thought the leadership of Egwu was phenomenal. I thought he really connected our team. He played 39 minutes, guys. I mean, there's very few guys at 6'11", 250 pounds that can play that hard for 39 minutes, get 12 and 9, block 3 shots, and guard Brandon Dawson. That's really difficult to do. He earned his day off tomorrow.
Well,
okay, so I just that kid, he's a special kid. And then our guys, obviously, Hill and Nunn, I thought were really good offensively. I thought Starks made some big threes for us that were timely, and we got key stops late. So I thought we just made some plays there that, play after play, and showed great poise and composure. I liked our mental and physical toughness.
Great play at the end, 2 plays. Austin Colbert had a putback on the backside, on the weak side, and then came down, and Valentine's a hard guy to guard, and he forced him into a bad shot.
He did. I thought Colbert's energy level and effort was really good. It's why we had him in there late game in special situations. Defensively, we wanted to be a little bit bigger, and I thought he made some big plays. Again, he's now had really 3 in a row where for the minutes he's played, he's been very productive. He's made more positive plays than negative plays and has helped us win.
And Kendrick Nunn going down the stretch, 53-52. It kind of reminded me of the play with Malcolm Hill not giving up, imposing his will to get into the lane and made a big shot.
Big play there. We drew that up at the timeout, and he executed, and he didn't give up on the play, and obviously made a big play. Continued to finish the drive, finished, with some toughness and strength, very similar to Malcolm's drive in the game winner against Penn State.
What happened at the end with the free throw?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have the benefit of film. I know this. Those are 3 really, really good officials who communicate very, very well. So I've got to take a look at the film. There were, a couple thoughts I had was, one, end of game, like you don't see that happen very often. And then 2, I'll ask because I don't know. Was it a dead ball? I mean, it was a live free throw block out on a 1-on-1, so I'm trying to figure out why it was a dead ball one. But I'll ask, and maybe I'll learn something through it. But our kids have overcome stuff all year. I mean, obviously we had the suspensions, we've had injuries, we've had plays in games, we've had, to start 4 or 5 on the road. I mean, it's just kind of, we keep getting, tested. I like that because now I think, we've been through that hot fire a little bit, and hopefully that'll bode well for us late here.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. After that play, it seem like you got the players together, and Kendrick Nunn even mentioned it about going through adversity. That was just another opportunity.
Yeah, I told him, I said, we've overcome all year, fellas, and we got to find a way to get a stop here. We got to find a way to get a stop as a collective group. Got to find a way to get a stop, and they got it done.
And they did finish it, and obviously Malcolm with the big free throws at the end to nail it shut. And I felt good about it based just on the stats alone, and you're a big stat guy. If it was a free throw shooting contest, we might have the edge there. And
we've been good there all year. And I feel very comfortable with those guys up at the line. Even Ahmad, he missed 2. That's very uncharacteristic. He's going to at least make one of those like 99% of the time, if not both. He's a really good free throw shooter. So we just, we had to overcome some things and figure it out and find a way. I think an amazing thing for me was he had 9 turnovers in the game, but 5 of them were in the first 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then we have 4 the next 35 minutes in here in this environment against their physicality and their defense, which was number 1 in the league coming into the game. I was really pleased with that.
You get a couple days off, but you got to get ready for Michigan, and we owe them one.
Yeah, we got 1 day off here, and then we'll get to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and start prepping for Michigan coming back to the State Farm Center.
Well, it's a good, hard-fought win. I know through injuries and everything else, your guys, I think it's just interesting how the team has developed, the chemistry, the guys that are picking up, where the load needs to be lifted, they're getting it done. That's what's been impressive, I think.
They are. I'm really proud of them, and a lot of that, is leadership. So, I'm again Nana, Tracy, who leads from a different role this year. Those two guys in particular, and we have some other guys chipping in with it, but those two guys in particular do a great job of leading. And then the assistant coaches had the guys ready. I thought the scouting report that Dustin had was really good, and we were able to execute the game plan. So those guys do a good job of working with their position groups as well. I've got a great staff, great support staff. Schmitty's really good. Him and Bass are good. They get our guys ready to play physically as much as anything. So, I feel very fortunate. We've got a lot of really good leaders in those spots, and they deserve all the credit.
Okay. Coach, congratulations.
Thanks.
Good win.
Thanks.
All right. The Illini with the win here today, 59-54 over the Michigan State Spartans as the Illini go to 6-5 in conference play, 16-8 overall. And